Very good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to another YouTube live session with me, Srijit Kakar. And today we will be talking about, just give me a second, this is just blocking the view. Okay, let me remove it for a second. So yes, now this is a very frequent question. I have been getting it almost every other live session, that when are we starting with the options course? I do apologize. It has been delaying for a very long period of time. I have been getting the request from many of you to start with the options course. But yes, now we are very close to starting with the options course. So I thought, let me do a session wherein I'll give you the information about when the options course is starting, because the two questions I get is, when is the option course starting and what will be the pricing of it, right? So that is what I'll be covering in today's session. So welcome to another YouTube live session with me, Srijit Kakar, and today is, just give me a second, let's bring that up. Right, so today is Wednesday, 22nd of July, 2020. So like I said, the question I keep getting, question number one, is that when I'll be starting with the options course. So again, I will apologize. I know I have been delaying it a lot. Yes, I was occupied with a lot of things, because of which it was getting delayed, but now we are almost close to it. Now, if you have been following me, you would know that we have our third year anniversary just around the corner. I started with my own venture in 2017. Before that, I was working as an instructor, so I was doing freelancing with some institute. And then in 2017, I thought, instead of doing freelancing, why not to start with my own venture? So that is how I got into my own venture, which is teaching people how to trade. And yes, since then I've been teaching demand and supply methodology, which is also applicable on options. And a lot of you were asking for the options course. So because the anniversary is around the corner, which is going to be on the 10th of September, so we will be launching the course sometime in September after the 10th, right? So it will definitely be in September, but sometime after the 10th. The second question which I keep getting is that, what is going to be the price of the options course? Now, price we have not yet decided, but one thing which I've definitely decided is that what happens is that every anniversary I give you some offers, right? So I have been doing offers for the last 2 years. Now again, this year I'm also bringing up an offer which will be applicable only on the options course, and that offer will be, now yes, I can also see somebody said in the chat box, 1 lakh not possible. So 1 lakh is not the fees for the course. 1 lakh is what I'm looking at as my target. So you can see on this live stream on the top, we have a bar which tells us the progress, and that progress is telling us that we are at 10%. So what do we mean by this 10%? So everyone starts, whenever you start with the YouTube channel, everyone starts with the 0 subscribers, and I am looking at a goal of 1 lakh subscribers, right, before 10th of September, which is going to be the anniversary. So we have about 50 days for it. And what I will be doing is, whatever price I decide, depending upon how many subscribers I have by 10th of September, we'll be deciding what will be the discount on that course. So since we are already above 10,000 subscribers, we are close to 12,000 subscribers, which means it is a guaranteed 10% discount. Whatever the pricing would be, everyone will be getting 10% discount as an anniversary offer. But yes, if you share my channel with your friends and more people, they start joining in, and the number of subscribers, they start going up, the discount can also be as good as 100%. So this is what I've decided. If on on the 11th of September, the number of subscribers, based on that, the discount will be decided. So the pricing is what I'm deciding, the discount is what you people are deciding, right? So the more you share, the more number of people they join my channel, the bigger the discount would be. So if we cross 20,000 subscribers, we will be having 20% discount on the options course. If we cross 30,000 subscribers, we'll be having 30% discount on the options course, and so on. If we cross 40,000, 50,000, 60,000, 1 lakh subscribers, so if we cross 1 lakh subscribers, then the options course as an anniversary offer will be absolutely free, right? So that is what I've decided. This time I wanted to make it big, because yes, I have been providing discount as an anniversary offer in the future, but this time I thought, why not to provide even as good as 100% discount, provided we reach that target, which is going to be 1 lakh subscribers. So we have 50 days for it. You can see on the top, and what I'll be doing is, every session we will be looking into how the progress has been. And yes, if you are able to reach the goal of 1 lakh subscribers, then the options course is going to be absolutely free. So again, I'll add, Yes, price will be decided by me, but how much discount, this will be decided by you people. So make sure you share it with as many friends as possible. The more number of people will be joining, subscribing to my YouTube channel, the bigger the discount will be. So that is what I want to do in today's session, a very short session. I just wanted to update you, and because we just have about 50 days left, so I thought let me give you a heads up so that more number of people can subscribe to my channel, and the more number of people would be subscribing, the bigger would be the discount for the options course. All right, so that was just the introduction, not the introduction, just the update about the options course, which is going to be launched in September. So we are just about 1.5 months away from it. Now let me see, what do we have on the chat box? So whatever we have on the chat box, I'll help you with the questions. So let's look into it. Waiting for this. Yes, Nitin, I do agree. A lot of you have been waiting for it for a very long time. I know it has been getting delayed. Yes, there had been some reasons for it, but yes, we are almost close to it now. For a long time, yes, Nifty trend, I do agree with it. Like Ashish said, 1 lakh. So it's not 1 lakh for the fee. I know a lot of institutes, the same course which I'm teaching, they charge you, few lakh rupees for whatever I'm teaching, even in the POS Plus course. The same thing applies to the options. The same course with different institutions might cost you even 1 lakh, 1.5 lakh. But like I've always been doing, I place my courses with very competitive pricing so that more number of people can learn it, and that is how my courses have been. But yes, otherwise the course definitely with, like I said, other institutions would be above 1 lakh. But yes, for you people it could be as good as free, provided we reach that 1 lakh mark. All right, so very good afternoon. All right, thank you, sir. Eagerly waiting for the course. Yes, it's going to be very, very soon. Aman, thank you so much. Yes, it can absolutely be free, Amit. And like I said, we will be following every 10,000 subscribers. We'll be having 10% discount, right? That is how it is going to be. What is the actual price of the options course? So this is something I've still not decided, Paramjeet. But I was just giving you a comparison. Even if you talk about my POS and POS Plus course, right, with other institutions, they are almost well over a few lakh rupees, right? But I have priced them very, very competitively. Same thing applies to the options course with other institutions. They are, in few lakh rupees. I will be deciding my price over a period of time. I have not decided it yet, but the discount we have already decided. And yes, if we are able to reach that 1 lakh, doesn't matter what the price is, you will be getting it as good as free, right? That is how it's gonna be. All right, great. Thank you, sir, for launching the options course. Waiting for a long time. Yes, I do understand. So this offer will be applicable on POS? No, not on POS Plus. This will only be applicable on the options course, not on the POS Plus course, right? So that is something which I started with, that this 100% discount offer, but depending upon how many subscribers we have, will only apply to the launch of the options course, not on any other course, not on any other of our services or products. So in this course, we will take trades and with same supply and demand or something more. So again, Rahiz, what happens is, even a option trade starts as a demand and supply trade, right? So what happens is, we identify the areas of demand, we identify the areas of supply, and then what we are doing is we are just substituting stocks, shares, or maybe futures with options. That is all we are doing. So again, it starts as a demand and supply trade, and then we build upon it by understanding options. We'll be understanding what are the different components of options, depending upon what are the market conditions, whether the implied volatility is very cheap, fair priced, expensive, very expensive, what option strategy we should be applying. We'll be understanding Greeks. We'll be covering everything that is related to options in that course. All right, so I shot at Nifty AnyView. So yes, if you look at my Sunday session, I do analyze where are some of the key demand and supply areas. You can go through that Sunday session where we would have done the analysis for Nifty. And will you teach us contact? What do you mean by will you teach us contact? I'm not able to get that. Say Ivan is your son name? Absolutely, yes, Ivan he's my son. Right, thank you. What is content? So I just gave you a brief of what the content would be. We'll be covering everything that is related to options. We'll be covering what are options, how options are priced. We'll be covering what are the different Greeks. We'll be covering how those Greeks, they affect the option pricing. We will be covering what are, how to understand whether the options are cheap or the options are expensive, and based on whether the options are cheap or expensive, what strategies we should be applying, how to apply those strategies. Will be covering everything. All right. right, and please disclose the price of the course. So like I said, I've not yet decided it as of now, but yes, like I said, price is something I will be deciding, but discount is what you people will be deciding, right? So share, my channel with as many people as possible. The more number of people they join and subscribe to my channel, the bigger the discount would be. What is content of this video? So Ashish, this video is basically the update to the options course, which we will be launching very, very soon. So a lot of people, a lot of students have been asking asking me to start with the options course. So that is what I wanted to brief with when we are starting with the options course. And because we are also getting close to our 3rd year anniversary, and on the anniversaries I always provide some offers. So I wanted to talk about the offer which will be in connection with the options course, and that is what I just talked about. In case you joined in a little late, you can later watch the recording, you'll have the complete information. Kakar, so if 1 lakh subscription done, then all will be your students, and it will be really a world record. It's only possible due to current situation, 1 lakh to 5 lakh. See, Kabir, I know that the number 1 lakh is not a very big number, right? Online YouTube, it's a very huge audience. So yes, if if a lot of people they start seeing my videos, it is shared with a lot of people. If you share it, let's say on your social media, WhatsApp your friends, on your Facebook, wherever, we can easily reach a target of 1 lakh. So I didn't want to keep a very big target. I also wanted to keep a target which is also achievable, and that too in a short span of time, so that I actually want you people to have that advantage of getting the course for free. Right now, if I keep a very big number, 10 lakh, 20 lakh, I know it can also be challenging. So I started with a very small number. Yes, we'll be taking baby steps towards it. What will be the duration of the course? So again, I have not yet decided into how many parts we will be breaking it, but trust me, everything which is related to options we will be covering in that course. Now, whether it is duration of few days or few months, whatever it might be, we'll be covering everything, right? And whatever the duration might be, if I'm offering that course as free, so during that complete duration, you'll have access to that course absolutely for free. Alright, so is it possible to make the theory part of your course available for lifetime? Please consider this as a request. We will be looking into it, Kalpesh, right? Like I said, as of now, we have just taken the one step ahead for the launch of the course. We'll see how we go about it. So in YouTube, there are so many other YouTubers who are selling their course, but people still can't make money. So for safety, I want to know how much RR ratio and winning can we get. So if you see, Rahees, the best thing which I'll add here is, see, what happens is, if you look at other YouTube channels, what they do is, in fact, I was also doing it long time back. After the trade is done, they share the result, right? They share the screenshot, or they will show you the back testing. This is what I did and this is what happened. So people, they are generally skeptical that whether this was planned in advance, or whether after the trade has happened, somebody is just simply sharing it. So if you look at my Sunday sessions, what I do in my Sunday sessions is, we plan the zones well in advance, which means I am planning in advance where are the demand areas and supply areas, and later when the prices they come into those areas, you can see how those trades they work out. So I already have an archive which is almost close to 1 year. You can watch all the sessions available on my YouTube channel. You can join these sessions live on Sundays, right, which is where we'll be identifying these areas of demand and supply. Now, talking about the reward to risk ratio, yes, going through those sessions will definitely help you in understanding what is the kind of RRs we are getting, what is the hit rate. But yes, if I talk about the trading ideas which I share with my students, right? So the trading ideas which I'm sharing with the students during the POS Plus group, and if you look at the last, almost 9 to 10 months, the trade log, we have been having average reward to risk ratio. I mean, the net RR at the end of the month, which is 6R. So if you were taking 1% risk, you got 6%. If you were taking 0.5% risk, you got 3%. Now, I have not calculated the percentage because I'm only looking at the RR, but I think the percentage or the hit rate probably would be somewhere around 60%. So if you're expecting 80%, 90%, not gonna happen. Average would be somewhere between 60 and 70, with the average RR of 2:1. And if you talk about the 9 months of trade lock, yes, we have been maintaining a reward which is 6 times your risk at the end of the month consistently for the last 9 months. Or will you provide some documents also with this course as POS Plus have so like I mean whatever course content would be, whatever is required with the course, definitely I'll be providing that as well. But like I said, we have, I've just completed the PPTs, right? The presentation which I'll be using. I still have about 1.5 months. I'm still working on it. What all things will be included with it. But the challenge here is because we have that 1 lakh target. And if I make this announcement, let's say 20 days down the line or 30 days down the line, then the number of days we also have to reach that target reduces. So that is why I wanted to do the session really quickly so that you people get more time, so that more number of people can join my channel and we can have a bigger discount. I'll start with some basic of options. Will be helpful for novice traders. So Ashish, yes, we will be starting from the basics. We'll be starting from ABC. So don't worry if you have no understanding of options. It's not that from the very first day we'll be getting into some high-end concepts. We will be starting from the basics, just like my POS Plus course. We start from ABC, then we learn how to create words, and then we learn how to create sentences, and then paragraphs, and then how to write stories, right? It's going to be the same way even with the options course. Can we do scalping with demand and supply zones? It can be done, but the more liquid the market is, the better it is going to work. What you'll have to do is you'll have to trade very small time frames. The second challenge would be that even if you're trading very small time frames, even if you're getting your 2:1s, the brokerage would be too high to keep you maybe on the profitable side. So that could also be one of the issue. But yes, if you want to try it out, it can definitely be done. Demand supply works irrespective what time frame you're on, be that a 1-minute chart, be that a daily chart, be that a 60-minute chart. The concept does not change. Alright, so that brings us to the end of today's session. This is what I wanted to update. So now the ball is in your court, right? The more you share with your friends, the more number of people they subscribe to my channel, the bigger the discount, and we will be starting with the options course sometime in September. So thank you again for joining in. I'll see you very, very soon again. And next time we'll be doing the same session in Hindi, and then we'll do a session on Sunday, which is going to be where are some of the key demand and supply zones. So again, thank you so much for joining in. Enjoy your Wednesday. Take care. Bye-bye.